job if my boss knew she'd fire me. That's fine, the New York Times would beg to hire me. Till then I'd log alone. Blah, 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 blah.
The problem that organized labor has that results from its loss of membership and things like that, the business model they try and force on the American public is flawed in one particular aspect. And that has to do with their pension system. Defined benefits plan. What a defined benefits plan is essentially you're going to be promised a certain, usually it's a percentage of your salary until you die, after you leave work. You hear about these legacy costs with General Motors and all other kinds of things. Well, in big chunks of our industry, especially one like construction, where there's still about 14% of the American workforce is unionized in construction. That's all it is. Not, despite what many people think, it's a tiny minority. Not even a bell curve, they're below the last standard deviation ability, but yet we cater to that group for some reason.
We'd be most interested in the back of the report, where we actually have added two new demographic categories: party affiliation and political philosophy. Republicans are more likely to say that their federal income tax bill is too high, at 62%, than Democrats at 51%. Independents come in at 61%. Among liberals, more respondents say that their income tax bill is about right than they say it's too high. Another one, and this will be the last one, it was on government services and spending, which was a little bit counterintuitive. Republicans are willing to spend an average of $9,985 on all government services that are provided to them, federal, state, and local, compared to Democrats, which is about $7,600. It seems as though that independents align themselves more with Republicans than they did with Democrats, and moderates align themselves more with liberals than they did with conservatives. So.
If you take away parental rights, if you take away individual responsibility, if you start chipping away at the family unit, what happens? The size of government grows bigger and bigger and bigger, and people expect somebody else to come in and solve their problems. There's an old saying, as the family goes, so goes the nation. And I think we will see that today. And just look at the evidence. As the family has started to decay, as parents' rights have been taken away, as parents have been told over and over again, you know, you're not smart enough, you have to educate your kids for you. You need to focus on other things like your career. Don't worry about the kids. As the pop culture has come in and really had a greater influence on this generation, we've seen the family suffer. Just like that. I talked about my book, 30 Ways in 30 Days to Save Your Family, and how there are common issues that parents face that I've researched for 4 years and what the solutions are. And one of the common themes is that there's an old saying that says, as the family goes, so goes the nation. And so a thesis of the book is, as we work deliberately every day as parents to strengthen our families, we're actually strengthening the nation as a whole. Well, the Conservative Bloggers Briefings actually started when I was Vice President of Communications and Marketing at the Heritage Foundation. And I had a great blogger that I hired to work for me, and we started these weekly luncheons here. So it's a real honor for me to have come and spoken at one of the events that started when I was a Vice President here at Heritage. Well, the media culture is actually kind of in two different camps. There's the news media that you're probably referring to, how is it picking up on it. And then I talk a lot about the media culture, which actually targets our teens and tries to teach them a different worldview than most moms and dads have. And so the central message is, deliberate parenting, realizing that the modern culture is after your child, mostly to get the dollars that they spend, $200 billion a year that teenagers spend, get them to spend that money, and the way they do that is by manipulating their morality and their views and marketing to them in an insidious manner.